What's going on, L&M family? I got your monthly update. The videos have seem to have been a hit, or at least received in a very positive way. So we're going to continue doing the videos. And this one today, we're going to start with kind of overview or review of 2022 because it was a pretty immense year. Like things happened this year or last year that I could not have predicted. I don't think anybody who could have predicted them. One of those things is, bam, the Lean in Love 5S Love Letters book that Jennifer Lacey and I co-wrote. It's out there and available. We've got tons of feedback. We've had requests to do like workshoppy type things around the ideas that are in here. All of them focused to help us enhance our relationships inside and outside the gate, right? Like that's what it's all about. But the important thing is this came as a result of the L&M family members and the No BS tribe signaling interest that these conversations or the content was of some value to you. And so I'm grateful to anybody and everybody that leaves a comment, sends a note, sends a text, sends an email indicating or letting me know what it is you appreciate, because that equips me to better serve you. And I hope that becomes a practice outside, like in everything that we do, providing people with feedback and observations, because that's how we help each other get better. Now, another thing that came from that was, boom, the Lean in Love Reflection Guide. It's no secret that I'm a journal fanatic, right? I've got my fancy etch a sketch here where I journal in every day. And some of the questions in the book are intended to help people reflect. The problem is, once you fill it out in the book, you run out of space. So we said, well, you know what if we create a monthly journal for people so that you can do work on these relationships, these things that you're working to heal and enhance on a regular basis throughout the year. So that's where the journal came from. If you want a test drive before you go and make an investment on the journal, I'm going to leave a link in the show notes here to get you to the Lean in Love Reflection Guide, which is like a week's worth of prompts, questions to help you reflect and think about specifically the relationships you want to work on and how you want to change that experience. And really, like, I'll just let you know right now, it's not about changing the other people. It's about changing oneself. I have the most influence over me. And when I understand where I'm contributing, where I'm falling short, I'm better equipped to make changes that are impactful and fruitful to me and the people that I'm interacting with. So check that out. And then, go ahead and buy yourself one. That'll be nice too, because we like it when you buy stuff. Launched the Depth Builder. So April 2022, launched my business. Again, that was a result. There's a direct line between the Learnings and Missteps podcast and me launching my business. Many people reached out seeking services, and it was a result of whatever they heard or whatever my style is resonated with them and motivated them to reach out for some kind of value that I can provide. And turns out I can provide some value. So there's a big, big life step. And I'm glad to have done it with y'all by my side. And then the OG Spotlight, which was one of those things that was like in the back of my head. Like I really wanted to find a way to celebrate people that are doing amazing things to leave this world better than they found it. Because my observation is we're not really good at maybe bragging or highlighting all the amazing things we do. So it's an excuse for me to brag on my people. So thank you all for checking out them OG Spotlights. We got a bunch of them on the YouTube. You can go catch up with them. And we got a whole bunch scheduled for 2023. Looking forward to see more people becoming aware of all the amazing things people are doing. So if you know somebody, or if you want to be on the OG Spotlight, hit me up. And I'll be happy to work something out so that we can get you out there and celebrate all the amazing things that you're doing or your people are doing. Okay, so that's 2022. There's a lot more, but those are kind of like the big, gigantic ones. And so now what, right? Like what's next? That seems to be the one thing that keeps coming up in my journals is what's next. And it's kind of loose right now, but this is what's I think is next. For 2023, I got some targets. One is to start a series of retreats. We're going to call them Reciprocal Propulsion, where change leaders get together over a weekend, do some problem solving, but more importantly, do some deep connecting, because I know as a change leader for an organization, sometimes it feels like I'm alone on an island. And there's very few people that I can relate with in terms of the types of problems that I'm dealing with, the things that I'm dealing with in my head. And spending time with other change leaders helps me calibrate my thinking and understand, like, oh, it's not me. I don't suck. This is just a matter of leading change. And so we want to provide that venue for people. We'll see how that kicks off. It's going to be a significant investment. It's going to be time and money, but the experience that we're planning is going to be monumental, baby. We want to shift some minds. Also, my second book is on track to release in 2023. And I'm just going to leave it super loose because I know the way things work out in Jesse Land. There's 20 stories so far that I've put out, and they're some pretty big learnings I had along my life. It covers from when I was like, I don't know, I think the earliest story I was 8 or 9 years old, all the way to like very, very recent times. And the reason I'm sharing these stories is because I learned a lot through those experiences. Some of them are good and heartfelt. Some of them are very painful. Some of them are traumatic. Some of them are very selfish in me living life as only consuming, and I was awakened to see things through a different lens. And the intent of sharing these stories is to help, if you're struggling, to for you to find some hope and some motivation in them. And if a loved one or a family member is struggling, for you to find some hope for them, because people didn't give up on me, and that's a large reason I'm able to contribute in the manner that I'm contributing now, is because people kept believing in me, especially when I didn't believe in myself. So keep an eye out for that one. That one's going to be fun. We got the Lean in Love audiobook that, again, just like plans, we had a plan. We've met several times to record. And at one time or another, one of us was ill. But we got it on the board. We're going to be recording. As soon as that bad boy gets out, we'll let y'all know. I'm going to make that a part of the emotional bungee jumpers. And then lastly, that's on the board, and I'm still scheduling things out because I got a lot of stuff going on, is the Decentralized Conference. Not sure when that's going to hit, but the thinking behind it is we want to make it super easy for people to access, and we want to make it super easy for people to share their unfiltered message of what they want to contribute back into the world. Obviously, it's going to be on the YouTube, and it's going to be some amazing people that have a hyper focus on people. And I'll just leave it at that. As soon as we get more details, we'll be announcing that stuff. Hopefully, I don't know about you, but even me just reading this right now, like just thinking about 2022 and how awesome that was, and saying out loud that these are the targets for 2023, it has me a little intimidated and a lot motivated, right? Because it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of support from you guys to make these happen. Some things to look for in the short term, like next month, Emotional Bungee Jumpers is out. It is an exclusive community for people that want to connect and have deeper conversations and speak more vulnerably around the things that bug us, around the things that we're struggling with. Again, the main thing about it is it's going to be a very exclusive group of folks. You got to sign up. It is a paid service. You'll also get 3 copies of the Lean in Love Reflection Journal every quarter, so that maybe we have some conversations about your progress with your relationships. Not sure what it's going to end up being, but I do know that when we get amazing people together, amazing things happen. And I'm excited to see what that brings. Davis Hambrick and I are going to be having a monthly conversation on mental health. That's kind of where most of my thinking and messaging is. But we're going to have a more intentional conversation. And I know if y'all don't know Davis, y'all got to check him out with the Laying Foundations podcast. He prepares like nobody's business. And because of his preparation and his heart and focus on human beings, I know that those conversations are going to be transformational for a lot of people. And if at the very least, they will be informational. So you'll get some good stuff out of that. I know we've had a long series of the Gold Calabosessions. There was a lot of content, a lot of time put into that. We have not abandoned interviewing trades professionals. We're going to get back on track with that in 2023. I just got, I bit off more than I can chew. How's the saying go? My alligator mouth outbit my hummingbird behind, so a little out of balance and trying to catch up on all kinds of stuff. So keep an eye out for all that stuff. Y'all, appreciate y'all very much. Keep being awesome out there. Keep sharing your joy with people. Be cool, and we'll talk at you next time. Peace.